Okay, so for the sample budget, we're going to do a couple different things. The first thing you'll know is I like to create some alternate formatting. So I need to select all of the text. So I can click Command A and now everything is selected, or I can click right here and now everything is selected as well. This little white box in between the A and the 1. If I just selected B or C, I can select certain specific things, but if I want everything, I just click right there. I'm going to go to Format and go to Alternating Colors, and now I can pick any color. You can try it out, so if I want to see how that would look, I can click on all of them and find the one that I like the best. I'll click yellow, and then I'm going to close it. So now everything has had that applied to it. Also, as you remember, I like to go to View, Freeze, one row. So now as I scroll, this thing stays glued to the top, which I like, so I can see what I'm looking at. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this Select All button again, and I'm going to go down to Explore. So this is Google Sheets' way of predicting what you'll probably want it to do, which is amazing. It's already added it up, which is hilarious. So it added up all of the dates, and that's what we've got. It added up. Anyways, there's some useless information because it's trying to do, it's just going off of what it knows how to do. So there's this pivot table here. So if I wanted to see what it looks like, I can click this plus sign. It's going to show me in full view what it looks like. And I like it. I like that it tells me the average that I spend on my gas and my classes and coffee and whatnot. So I'm going to say Insert Pivot Table. Now I can put this on the existing sheet, but I don't really want to. I want it to be on a new sheet. So I'm not going to touch anything. I'm just going to click Create. And now I can adjust a lot of things. As you can see right now, it's sorted in ascending order by category, so it's just alphabetical is basically what it's saying. But I could also show, I can do it by average amount. So now it's going to group it. So this is the lowest amount, so negative 1,000 all the way close to 0, I guess, and then back up the other side. So you can sort it different ways. I think category makes the most sense. So I'm going to go back to that. Okay, so I can mess with a lot of things here, but you really don't need to. I'm just going to close it so I don't mess it up. I hate all of these extra columns, so I'm going to delete them. So I'm going to click on C one time, scroll over, hold Shift, click Z, right click or 2-finger click, and delete column C through Z. Now I only have 2 columns, thank goodness. My data ends at row 20, so I'm going to click one time anywhere in row 20, scroll all the way down, click anywhere in row 1000, right click, delete rows, or I can go to Edit, delete rows 20 to 1000. Either way, they are now gone. As you can see, I just have this small amount of data. Not everything fits. Can you see how it's chopped off because it's getting chopped here. So I'm going to click on A, hold Shift, and click on B. Now I've selected both. What's beautiful about selecting both is now when I stretch them out, they're both going to move the exact same amount. They're going to become even, thank goodness. So let's say I want it to go out to here. You can see that both of these are moved proportionally. So I'm going to move out my columns, and then what I always do, for some reason, when you're in the pivot table editor, even if I close it, the moment I click on anything else, it pops back up. So I'm going to go to horizontal line and center everything. Do you see how it shows back up? I can keep closing it, or if I want those buttons, I can just click on this 3 dots and go to more. So I'm going to middle align everything so it's centered, and I'm also going to text wrap everything so that everything fits just in case, and then I'm good to go. You could do it in any way that you wanted, but this is the way that I have done it. Maybe you want this first one, so I'm going to click on just column or row 1 and I can change it to 15 or whatever, and then now it doesn't fit, so I'm going to go and drag it out. However you want to do it. You can add in more lines if you wanted these, if you wanted some lines. That to me is a little bit too crazy, but you could if you wanted. Yeah. So you can keep playing with it, but let me go back to this. So that was a predicted one. I didn't have to come up with it. It just created this whole table out of its own mind, basically. So if I go back over here and I go back to Explore, I can also see what other things are out there. The one I want to show you is this one here. I can click on it to view it full size if I wanted to. So this is a count. So I gave to charity 5 times, or this person did, or we went to the gas station 15 times, or we 8 out 19 times. So it's just a count, just physically how many transactions occurred of each category. I'm going to click on Insert Chart, and as you can see, it went and plugged itself right on top of my data, which is not what I want. So I'm going to go to these three little dots, and I'm going to go to Move to Own Sheet. And now it takes up an entire sheet. It fills the entire view. I can copy the chart and put it into a presentation. I can edit it if some of the data is wrong or I don't want to include certain parts of it. I can download it, delete it, whatever I want. But as you can see, it's adding in these extra sheets for me. I didn't have to create anything. It's predicting what it thinks that I would want. Obviously, it's not going to predict everything that you might need. So you can always go to Insert and go to Insert Chart or Insert Image or whatever else that you need to do. But it is pretty powerful, the things that it'll crank out for you based upon your data and what it thinks that you might want. Yeah, so keep playing around with that.